Hey everybody, it's Danielle Damianov, and I want to talk a little bit about forbearance because with everything that's going on right now, I know that there's a lot of people out there that are not going to be able to make their mortgage payments, their car payments, their credit card payments, and I saw some things that happened over Irma that I just want to make sure that everybody's aware of. So you might start to get calls from your mortgage company, your auto loans, your credit card companies, and they might offer you forbearance. So basically, what happens with forbearance is that they will tell you that you have a certain amount of time where you do not need to make those payments, car payments, mortgage payments, credit card payments. But forbearance does not mean forgiveness. And a lot of people get that, get confused with this. And so I want to be very clear on a few things and also give you some tips during this time because it's not always a good idea to do forbearance. And I've seen it hurt people in the long run, as opposed for them to just go ahead and make their regular minimum payments. So number one, if you are in a situation and you're thinking about forbearance, you need to know a couple of things. Number one is forbearance does not mean forgiveness. You will need to pay whatever you're not going to pay for a couple of months or however long. You will need to pay that back. They're not going to forgive that debt. So you have to find out, how are you going to pay that back? You need to find out, are they going to mark you late on your credit report? I have seen a lot of people do forbearance and the bank does not let them know that they're going to, mark them late every single month on their credit report. A couple months down the road, they realize that they were marked late on their credit report and their credit completely tanked. So you need to ask them, are they going to mark you late on your credit report? Number two, are there any extra fees involved? Are they going to charge you additional interest or extra fees and things like that if you don't make the payments? Number three, how do you have to pay the money back? Sometimes what they're going to do is say, okay, you don't have to pay us for 6 months, but in 6 months when it's due, you have to pay the full amount. And a lot of people that are struggling are not going to have that full amount to pay up front. So ask yourself, does it make sense to continue to make your payments now if you're able to? Because if you have to make a lump sum in 6 months, it could be very difficult for some people. Are they going to take whatever you don't pay and just add it onto the back of the loan? That could be an option. They may do that. That would be a great option. Maybe they'll do a loan modification for you at the end, but you need to find out how you're going to have to pay the money back. They may say, well, you know what, you can pay it back in installments. So something to think about is that if you have a difficult time right now with your current payment and you have to pay it back in installments, that means that whatever your payment is right now is going to increase. Okay. So you need to get very clear when they call you and find out, are they going to mark you late on your credit report? How are you going to pay the money back? Is it going to be added on at the end of the loan and then re-amortized so that your payment doesn't go up? Are you going to have to pay it back in installments so that your payment is going to be now higher than what it is today? Or are you going to have to pay a lump sum, which is what I see a lot, in a certain amount of months? So those are all extremely important things that you want to find out. So just remember that forbearance does not mean forgiveness. You will have to pay that money back in almost every single circumstance. So before you agree to a forbearance, just make sure you're very clear on what the lender is going to require from you. So those are my tips. I know so many people are struggling right now. It is just completely, I'm at a loss for words. I don't even know what to say, but I just want everybody to know that I'm a resource for you. If you have any questions on forbearance or what you should do, please, please, please reach out to me. I am here for you and will help in any way that I can. Just if you have questions on forbearance, please DM me. And I'm here to help. Thanks so much. Stay strong, everybody. Bye.